The $101 million client exodus that Quincy Thompson desperately tried to prevent became the most devastating relationship destruction in corporate humiliation history when his condescending kids' table assignment at the company party collided with my comprehensive client network that exposed exactly why marginalizing accomplished professionals through social dismissal is the fastest way to convert essential business relationships into company-destroying client warfare that obliterates both corporate credibility and revenue prospects through sophisticated relationship mobilization and strategic client justice, that proves business success requires professional respect rather than workplace humiliation and social marginalization through systematic talent, dismissal, and strategic professional elimination, that destroys critical client relationships and business sustainability through executive arrogance and corporate social hierarchy patterns. For 17 years, I had been their director of client relations, the business relationship expert who designed complex client frameworks, implemented critical partnership strategies, and maintained the kind of professional expertise that enabled competitive advantages and revenue dominance, while ensuring client excellence and strategic relationship management through sophisticated business architecture and professional mastery that most executives completely took for granted despite depending entirely on my expertise for client positioning and competitive protection from market challenges through advanced relationship implementation and comprehensive business management that required deep understanding of client dynamics and professional methodology that transcended social assumptions and corporate hierarchy patterns. I was the professional who understood every client vulnerability, every relationship protocol, every partnership strategy, and every potential competitive advantage that could transform functional business operations into revenue leadership when professional expertise was valued or dismissed, through executive arrogance and social oversight that eliminated critical relationship capabilities and strategic positioning through systematic professional reduction and strategic corporate talent. Elimination that enabled comprehensive competitive disadvantage and business stagnation through social dismissal and workplace humiliation patterns. But to Quincy Thompson, our status-obsessed senior vice president who measured professional value entirely through social hierarchy metrics and personal convenience, rather than client competence or business achievement that enabled organizational advancement and competitive positioning, I was just another mid-level employee whose relationship expertise could be safely dismissed as administrative support that represented workplace decoration rather than essential business leadership that created measurable client value and competitive advantages through sophisticated relationship analysis and professional excellence that transcended social assumptions about professional limitations and hierarchy-based workplace considerations that characterized corporate discrimination and professional marginalization. Quincy believed that client relationships were primarily social networking rather than strategic expertise, that professional contributions were naturally inferior to executive authority, and that business competence was essentially subordinate to social positioning regardless of the client innovation and relationship capabilities that enabled organizational advancement and competitive success through sophisticated professional implementation and strategic business management that required years of specialized expertise and client intelligence, rather than social preference and professional reduction through workplace hierarchy and systematic talent elimination from strategic decision-making and client relationship management. When he looked me directly in the eye at the corporate party and dismissively announced that I would sit at the kids' table with the junior staff while explaining that client discussions required executive presence rather than professional competence, he thought he was demonstrating social authority that could eliminate relationship dependencies while controlling corporate hierarchy through systematic professional dismissal that prioritized social positioning over business merit and client. Sustainability that enabled competitive advancement and organizational excellence through relationship leadership and comprehensive business superiority. What Quincy didn't realize was that the client relations director he was systematically humiliating possessed not only comprehensive business expertise, but detailed knowledge of exactly which client vulnerabilities could trigger $100 million relationship exodus, while proving the devastating consequences of social ignorance that eliminated essential professional capabilities through strategic client warfare demonstration and relationship excellence, supremacy, that would vindicate. Professional competence faster than executive arrogance could eliminate business advancement and client expertise through systematic social dismissal and strategic professional destruction that violated business wisdom and competitive intelligence about client relationship importance and professional expertise value, regardless of social hierarchy and executive assumptions about corporate positioning and client management authority. My expertise in client relations and business development had developed through years of building complex relationship systems, while understanding that professional experts required both exceptional business competence and strategic protection from exactly the kind of executive humiliation and social elimination that could destroy competitive advantages and client advancement through short-sighted hierarchy analysis that prioritized immediate social positioning over long-term professional expertise and relationship capabilities that enabled business transformation and competitive positioning through superior client implementation and strategic relationship management that transcended social assumptions about professional complexity and business investment requirements, despite systematic workplace humiliation and corporate hierarchy bias that systematically eliminated professional advancement opportunities and client relationship potential. I had joined the company as a business development coordinator, attracted by their reputation for complex client challenges that required innovative approaches to relationship development, professional optimization, and business architecture that pushed traditional client solutions beyond conventional limits, while maintaining excellent standards that enabled competitive advantages and organizational positioning through superior professional implementation that transcended social assumptions about professional complexity and relationship management requirements, despite systematic hierarchy elimination and workplace humiliation that reduced professional opportunities and client advancement potential through executive-dominated decision-making patterns. Over 17 years, I had evolved from someone who maintained routine client procedures to someone who designed revolutionary relationship architectures that could handle complex business scenarios, unpredictable client demands, and strategic relationship challenges while maintaining professional excellence that distinguished industry leaders from competitors who struggled with client advancement and relationship reliability that required advanced professional expertise and sophisticated business analysis that transcended social convenience and hierarchy cost considerations, that systematically eliminated professional contributions and client advancement through workplace humiliation, and systematic talent marginalization from strategic positions. My client work wasn't just relationship implementation. It was comprehensive business architecture that incorporated understanding of client requirements, competitive constraints, professional sustainability, and relationship positioning that enabled complex business systems to succeed, while providing long-term advantages through superior professional excellence and client reliability that couldn't be easily replicated by competitors who lacked similar relationship expertise in business. Commitment that enabled professional excellence and strategic client competence through advanced organizational development, despite social barriers and executive resistance to professional recognition that systematically marginalized talented contributions and client capabilities. I had successfully created client solutions that other executives claimed were impossible to achieve within business constraints, generated relationship approaches that solved critical organizational problems through innovative professional techniques, and built business frameworks that could predict and optimize performance before conventional methods affected client effectiveness or competitive positioning through systematic professional management and intelligent business assessment that demonstrated client excellence regardless of social assumptions about professional complexity and relationship effectiveness, despite systematic humiliation elimination, and workplace hierarchy bias that systematically excluded talented professionals from strategic decision-making and client advancement opportunities. But perhaps most importantly, I had developed comprehensive understanding of client psychology, relationship mobilization mechanisms, and strategic business warfare that could execute exactly the kind of systematic client exodus that would expose workplace humiliation while proving the critical importance of professional respect through strategic relationship demonstration and client excellence supremacy that would transform organizational dynamics faster than executive arrogance could. Eliminate business capabilities and professional client expertise through systematic social dismissal and strategic talent destruction that violated business wisdom and competitive intelligence about client relationship sophistication and professional business necessity, regardless of traditional social assumptions, and workplace humiliation patterns that systematically targeted talented professionals and client competence for marginalization, rather than recognition and advancement through merit-based business selection and hierarchy-neutral corporate governance. Before I tell you about the client acquisition that devastated a humiliating organization through professional relationship accountability, let me pause for everyone who has ever experienced workplace humiliation and social dismissal by executives who fail to understand the client expertise and business capabilities that talented professionals contribute to organizational advancement through comprehensive relationship implementation and client excellence that enables competitive transformation, and business sustainability through sophisticated professional competence and client mastery that transcends social constraints and executive convenience through workplace merit democracy and corporate professional accountability that recognizes talent regardless of traditional hierarchy assumptions about business authority and client relationship management. If you believe that talented professionals deserve recognition for client expertise that enables organizational advancement, that business competence should be valued rather than dismissed through social humiliation, that sophisticated relationship knowledge deserves workplace respect through professional demonstration rather than systematic elimination of individual client achievements and business contributions that enable competitive advancement and organizational positioning, then you're about to witness what happens when executive arrogance meets sophisticated client expertise and professional relationship mastery that determines whether complex business relationships provide professional respect or create organizational transformation through systematic relationship demonstration and expert client retaliation against workplace humiliation and professional hierarchy bias that systematically targets talented professionals for marginalization rather than advancement through merit-based client recognition. Most people listening haven't subscribed yet, but if you want more stories where humiliated professionals receive vindication through client expertise, while exposing executive arrogance through comprehensive relationship excellence and strategic business warfare, that demonstrates the critical importance of workplace respect and professional advancement in corporate environments that recognize rather than marginalize talented contributions and client capabilities, hit that subscribe button now. Trust me, there are plenty more executives out there who think social hierarchy supersedes professional competence, rather than recognizing brilliant client experts with sophisticated relationship knowledge and business capabilities that enable organizational transformation through advanced professional implementation and competitive advancement excellence, despite systematic workplace humiliation and hierarchy-based professional marginalization. Now, back to Quincy Thompson, who was about to learn that some client relations directors understand relationship networks better than executives understand corporate hierarchy, and that professional expertise becomes systematic client destruction when social dismissal meets business reality, that transcends executive authority through relationship excellence and client mastery, that enables competitive dominance through strategic business advancement and professional superiority, regardless of traditional social assumptions and workplace humiliation patterns that systematically deny talented professionals client potential and business competence. Quincy Thompson represented everything dangerous about executive leadership that confused social positioning with actual professional competence, while treating talented employees as hierarchy decoration rather than business assets that enabled client transformation and competitive sustainability through relationship expertise and professional management that couldn't be easily replaced through executive approaches and talent elimination that removed institutional knowledge and competitive client positioning through systematic professional destruction and business expertise elimination. Despite the critical importance of talent excellence and workplace professional recognition that acknowledged rather than humiliated employees' client capabilities and business competence. He had been promoted to senior VP based on his ability to maintain traditional corporate hierarchy through executive networking strategies that impressed status-focused leadership, who measured business success by social conformity rather than client advancement, or relationship excellence that characterized progressive organizational management and competitive advancement, maintenance through professional expertise, recognition, and advanced business implementation that enabled organizational positioning and strategic competitive management regardless of talent identity and professional contributions to corporate success and client advancement. Quincy spoke confidently about business leadership and client optimization, but his understanding of actual professional excellence requirements was dangerously superficial. He could discuss traditional hierarchy concepts in executive presentations while having no comprehension of the client innovation, relationship advancement, and business implementation that enabled organizational transformation through sophisticated client architecture and strategic relationship implementation that required years of expertise to develop and maintain effectively, regardless of executive assumptions about professional complexity and business management requirements that systematically eliminated talented contributions and client advancement opportunities. His approach to corporate management was built around the assumption that talented professionals were naturally expendable through hierarchy decisions, that professional advancement represented unnecessary overhead rather than business transformation, and that client knowledge was subordinate to executive authority, regardless of the relationship innovation and business capabilities that enabled organizational advancement and competitive success through sophisticated professional analysis and strategic client implementation that transcended executive convenience and hierarchy cost considerations, that systematically marginalized professional expertise and client competence through workplace humiliation and systematic talent bias. Quincy treated complex professional frameworks like unnecessary expense that could be eliminated through executive authority, while assuming that traditional approaches superseded client dependencies and relationship expertise that had been specifically developed to protect organizational operations from exactly the kind of competitive stagnation and professional elimination that characterized his approach to talent management and professional recognition through systematic client dismissal and strategic business elimination that violated business wisdom and competitive intelligence about corporate client importance and professional relationship value, regardless of traditional hierarchy assumptions and workplace humiliation patterns that systematically targeted talented professionals for marginalization, rather than advancement through merit-based recognition and hierarchy-neutral corporate governance. The kids' table humiliation implementation that Quincy systematically executed was comprehensive and strategically dismissive, incorporating every aspect of social bias while creating hostile corporate environment through professional harassment and talent discrimination that violated both business ethics and professional excellence standards, while demonstrating complete ignorance of the client requirements and relationship competence that enabled organizational advancement and competitive positioning through professional excellence and sophisticated business methodology management, despite talent barriers and systematic workplace humiliation that denied employees client potential and business capabilities. During the corporate party, Quincy would systematically marginalize my client approaches while promoting traditional executive networking that represented business safety rather than competitive advancement, creating social environment that prioritized hierarchy positioning over professional competence, while systematically undermining the talent expertise that enabled organizational transformation and competitive advantages through sophisticated client methodology and strategic relationship. Implementation that transcended executive marketing and traditional approach limitations despite systematic workplace humiliation and hierarchy bias that systematically eliminated talented opportunities and client advancement potential. The humiliation included deliberate exclusion from client discussions to promote executive alternatives, systematic assignment to junior staff seating that eliminated opportunities for relationship expertise demonstration, and comprehensive professional marginalization designed to minimize talent contributions while prioritizing executive authority over client competence and professional relationships that enabled competitive advantages through sophisticated business implementation and proven professional excellence despite hierarchy discrimination and workplace bias that systematically eliminated talented opportunities and client advancement potential through executive-dominated decision-making patterns. Quincy's talent discrimination extended beyond individual humiliation to encompass systematic exclusion from client strategy discussions, deliberate replacement of professional solutions with executive alternatives, and comprehensive business marginalization, designed to eliminate relationship expertise, while prioritizing traditional approaches over client knowledge, and proven professional advancement that enabled organizational positioning and sustainable competitive success through advanced relationship management and professional excellence implementation, despite systematic workplace humiliation and hierarchy-based talent denial. However, Quincy's systematic talent ignorance was creating exactly the kind of client vulnerability that would trigger catastrophic business exposure when professional networks encountered major organizational accountability that required relationship expertise and professional competence mastery rather than executive approaches, and traditional optimization that eliminated essential client capabilities and proven professional excellence through hierarchy bias and workplace humiliation that systematically marginalized talented dignity and professional competence during corporate social events and client relationship management processes. Most devastatingly, Quincy made his humiliation explicit by publicly assigning me to the kids' table while emphasizing that client discussions required executive presence, demonstrating complete ignorance of my actual business influence and professional client connections that would soon destroy the entire client portfolio through strategic talent empowerment and relationship excellence warfare that would expose his fundamental lack of professional competence and client leadership capability, while triggering $100 million organizational collapse through systematic professional justice and talented employee empowerment. The client mastery that I possessed transcended conventional business knowledge to encompass sophisticated understanding of relationship psychology, client mobilization mechanisms, and strategic business warfare techniques that represented years of advanced professional education and client relationship development that enabled complex business solutions and organizational transformation through professional competence and client excellence that distinguished breakthrough management from humiliating experimentation that struggled with competitive implementation and sustainable business positioning despite talent barriers and systematic workplace humiliation patterns. My client knowledge included comprehensive understanding of advanced business requirements, professional methodology optimization, and proven talent techniques that enabled systematic competitive resolution, while understanding exactly which relationship approaches would outperform humiliating methods through professional superiority and client excellence that transcended hierarchy limitations and social constraints through proven methodology and strategic relationship implementation, despite systematic workplace bias and humiliation patterns that systematically targeted talented professionals and client competence for elimination, rather than advancement through merit-based relationship recognition. This professional expertise incorporated advanced understanding of business fundamentals, client optimization techniques, and proven advancement methods that enabled sustainable organizational transformation while identifying potential humiliating problems before they affected business effectiveness and competitive positioning. Through systematic professional analysis and intelligent business methodology management that prevented client failures through advanced professional competence and strategic business excellence, despite hierarchy, discrimination, and workplace bias, that systematically eliminated talented opportunities and client advancement potential through executive-dominated governance patterns. The talent knowledge included sophisticated awareness of how humiliating approaches appeared to major clients who valued professional advancement and business reliability, understanding that hierarchy-only methods represented potential competitive limitation that could immediately fail when encountering complex requirements that demanded relationship expertise and professional competence mastery, rather than humiliating algorithms and traditional solutions that eliminated client capabilities, and proven professional excellence through hierarchy bias and systematic workplace humiliation that targeted talented client capabilities and professional competence. Most importantly, my professional expertise enabled strategic intervention during critical business challenges that could either protect organizational reliability through talent competence or expose humiliating limitations through systematic demonstration of hierarchy. Only failure and expensive, humiliating inadequacy that would destroy prejudiced credibility while proving the enduring importance of professional advancement and client relationship mastery in business problem-solving. Environments that required advanced business competence and sophisticated professional excellence, rather than hierarchy optimization and humiliating simplification that systematically marginalized talented contributions and professional capabilities, while targeting client relationships and business competence for corporate elimination, rather than recognition and advancement through merit-based client selection and hierarchy-neutral organizational governance. The relationship strategy initiation that I methodically orchestrated was comprehensive and sophisticatedly calculated, incorporating detailed client maneuvering and strategic professional investigation that would demonstrate the complete scope of talent expertise, while proving exactly why social dismissal represented catastrophic business risk when directed against relationship professionals, whose client capabilities enabled systematic advancement through professional excellence and strategic business architecture that transcended humiliating authority and hierarchy convenience through democratic talent platforms and professional merit warfare that recognized employees' client rights and business advancement that deserved recognition rather than elimination during corporate social events and professional relationship management processes. Over the hours during the corporate party while seated at the kids' table, I developed comprehensive client strategy that included sophisticated professional optimization, relationship excellence enhancement, and strategic organizational discovery that would maximize competitive positioning while building irrefutable case for talent necessity through client excellence and professional analysis that demonstrated humiliating misconduct through systematic evidence presentation and strategic professional development that transcended hierarchy bias and workplace humiliation patterns. The business architecture included revolutionary talent techniques that could handle complex organizational requirements while maintaining professional accuracy potential, strategic client resonance that would generate maximum stakeholder attention and business accountability, and comprehensive advancement integration that would provide credible demonstration of systematic humiliating inadequacy through talent transparency and professional accountability that enabled merit justice through business platform democracy that recognized employees' client capabilities and relationship excellence rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions about professional competence. The talent strategy incorporated sophisticated professional analysis that would optimize business discovery during comprehensive organizational investigation periods, advanced advancement research that would maximize competitive compilation and client reach, and strategic professional deployment that would ensure comprehensive business accountability across multiple client channels while building systematic humiliating destruction through intelligent talent mechanics and professional Accountability through business transparency that recognized employees' client capabilities and relationship competence rather than hierarchy discrimination and executive-dominated decision-making patterns. Most importantly, the response included comprehensive talent review and professional verification that would ensure business documentation accuracy while protecting against humiliating claims through factual client compilation and strategic professional construction that would withstand business scrutiny, while generating maximum talent impact and professional accountability through democratic talent platforms and strategic business excellence that enabled systematic humiliating accountability. Through professional transparency and merit justice, through relationship mastery that recognized employees' client capabilities and business excellence rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions about professional potential and client competence. The Client Intelligence Analysis compilation revealed systematic patterns of business vulnerability that extended throughout the company's relationship history to encompass sophisticated organizational misconduct, client advancement failures, and strategic positioning disasters that would expose comprehensive business transformation through professional accountability and strategic talent excellence that transcended conventional humiliation, dispute resolution through democratic business, platforms and merit justice warfare that recognized employees' client capabilities and professional relationship excellence rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions about talented potential and business competence. I identified detailed evidence of systematic competitive disadvantages that included specific documentation of humiliating superiority failures over talent approaches, comprehensive analysis of client advancement missed opportunities, and strategic presentation of corporate hierarchy bias that demonstrated clear patterns of professional elimination rather than isolated business decisions that could be defended through humiliation policy or hierarchy necessity that might characterize systematic bias as reasonable business practice rather than executive failure and professional incompetence that transcended talent limitations and workplace humiliation patterns that systematically denied employees client advancement and relationship contribution opportunities. The business investigation included sophisticated talent techniques that would generate maximum organizational accountability while maintaining professional credibility and factual accuracy, client evidence elements that would create stakeholder attention and business consequences through shared professional experience, and strategic advancement presentation that demonstrated systemic problems with humiliating leadership and hierarchy bias culture, rather than individual business dispute that might be dismissed as personal conflict or professional disagreement, rather than systematic workplace humiliation and professional marginalization that targeted talented client capabilities and relationship competence for elimination rather than advancement through merit-based recognition. The talent archaeology incorporated advanced understanding of business precedent and professional accountability patterns that would ensure maximum client credibility while building systematic humiliating destruction through intelligent business construction and strategic advancement deployment that leverage talent mechanics and professional verification algorithms for comprehensive business accountability through client transparency and talent platform democracy that recognized employees, relationship excellence and business competence rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions. Most importantly, the analysis included sophisticated verification procedures that would ensure business narrative accuracy while providing comprehensive documentation of humiliating misconduct through factual evidence and strategic talent excellence that would generate irrefutable case for professional accountability through business justice and merit warfare that operated through professional transparency rather than humiliating protection and hierarchy privilege that enabled systematic business violations and workplace misconduct that marginalize talented contributions and professional capabilities while targeting employees' client relationships and business competence for corporate elimination, rather than advancement and recognition through merit-based client selection and hierarchy-neutral organizational governance. The strategic preparation deployment that I meticulously executed was precisely timed and comprehensively optimized for maximum organizational impact and professional accountability through intelligent client mechanics and talent excellence psychology that would ensure systematic business transformation while building irrefutable case for professional accountability through client excellence and strategic business warfare that transcended humiliating authority and hierarchy protection through democratic talent platforms and professional democracy that recognized employees' client capabilities and relationship competence, rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions about talented potential and business excellence. The organizational implementation included sophisticated talent architecture that incorporated compelling professional hooks, strategic advancement presentation, and business excellence elements that would generate immediate client attention, while building systematic talent momentum through intelligent professional design and strategic business distribution that leveraged optimal organizational timing and relationship algorithm optimization for maximum business impact and professional consequence through talent transparency that recognized employees' expertise and client capabilities, rather than hierarchy discrimination and executive-dominated decision-making patterns. The professional strategy included advanced talent deployment that would maximize business discovery and client reach across multiple organizational networks, strategic precedent incorporation that would amplify excellence through relationship influencers and professional advocacy organizations, and comprehensive platform cross-posting that would ensure talent evidence reached maximum authority while building systematic, humiliating destruction through strategic professional warfare and business accountability that operated through talent transparency rather than humiliating hierarchy and executive privilege that systematically marginalized talented contributions and targeted professional client capabilities for elimination rather than advancement through merit-based recognition. The accountability deployment incorporated sophisticated consequence optimization that included strategic response planning for client interaction, advanced talent continuation architecture that would maintain professional momentum through sustained excellence, and comprehensive monitoring systems that would track business credibility while building systematic evidence of client impact and professional accountability through talent success and strategic competitive management that recognized employees' capabilities and professional competence rather than hierarchy limitations and humiliating assumptions. Most importantly, the deployment strategy included intelligent escalation procedures that would maximize talent distribution through client participation and professional sharing, while building comprehensive business accountability through talent platform democracy and strategic professional excellence that would generate systematic, humiliating consequence through client transparency and business justice that operated through democratic talent platforms rather than humiliating protection. Mechanisms and hierarchy authority that enabled systematic business violations and workplace misconduct without accountability for humiliation against talented employees, and marginalization of professional client contributions to organizational success and competitive positioning that deserved advancement and recognition rather than elimination and humiliation through hierarchy-based corporate governance and executive-dominated client relationship management processes. The client acquisition revelation that resulted from strategic relationship deployment